Hi everyone, this is chapter 5.4, last subsection on telescope, which is also the last subsection we are going to consider for chapter 5. In this section, we are going to talk about a basic telescope. And the first one we are going to consider is a telescope having two optical components, two lenses in this case. The first lens, which is the lens where the ray coming from the distant object are coming from, is called the objective lens. This lens converges the ray to its focal point. Then we have a second lens called the eyepiece. Now, one important aspect to keep in mind when we are talking about telescope is telescopes are used to look at very far object, at very distant object. That means in our distance formula that DO is very big. What that means is that the distance of the image will be exactly at the focal point. So now, in this case, we have the ray coming from an object very far away. The ray get converged to the focal point, and at this point, we place the second lens, the eyepiece, such that its focal point is exactly where the image is formed. This is done in order to get a clearer image, all right? Now, we've seen in the note that we have a simple expression for the magnification. Now, when we talk about objects that are very far away, we don't necessarily know their real size, so it's easier to talk in terms of their angle, their apparent angle, their angle they are subtended in the sky, for example. Now, the magnification is the angle of the image as seen by our eyes, divided by the angle subtended by the object. And we've seen in the note that we can derive this formula, which is often simpler to use. It's minus the objective focal point divided by the eyepiece focal point. All right? Now, in some cases, and most of the modern telescopes use reflective spherical mirror as their objective instead. So if we want to use a spherical mirror instead of the objective lens, we can use exactly the same formula, except we change the focal point of the objective with its relationship to the radius of curvature. Now remember, the focal point of a spherical mirror is simply the radius of curvature divided by 2. And that's what we have here. All right, so this is the magnification of a reflective telescope. This one is the magnification using two lenses. Now, all these formula and these concepts are easier to learn using example, so that's exactly what we're going to do in the next video.